Hello, my name is Michael Wilson. We are here today to interview you about the 50th anniversary of Special Olympics. Please introduce yourself to us.
Hello, Michael, and thank you. I'm Mary Beth McMahon, and I'm President and CEO of Special Olympics Massachusetts.
And what is Special Olympics, and what does it mean to you?
Special Olympics is a year-round sports training and competition program for individuals with intellectual disabilities. Here in Massachusetts, we have 23 different sports, offer over 264 competitions, and we have over 13,000 athletes. The youngest athlete is 2, and the oldest athlete is 97.
And can you give us a brief history of Special Olympics?
Special Olympics was started as kind of a day camp in Mrs. Eunice Kennedy Shriver's backyard. But this year marks our 50th anniversary because what we consider our real first big event happened in Chicago in 1968 at Soldiers Field. And so this July, we will be celebrating the 50th anniversary in Chicago at Soldiers Field, and that was our first games.
And what makes 2018 a special year for Special Olympics?
Well, it will be our 50th anniversary year. We kicked it off in January, and we'll be celebrating throughout the year the many milestones of Special Olympics, and more importantly, the athletes of Special Olympics. And we will be celebrating our 50th anniversary officially in July of 2018 in Chicago. And we're going to gather the movement back and recreate the experience at Soldiers Field. And one of the more exciting things about the 50th anniversary is that also in Chicago, we will be creating, or I should say Chicago will be creating, an internal flame. So there will be actually a memorial set up at Soldiers Field for Special Olympics where the flame will burn at all times for all the athletes of Special Olympics.
And what are some of the more memorable events?
Some of the most memorable events would be the first one, 1968, but I think probably what's even the most memorable is how big and wide this organization's come. Over the last few years, we're now worldwide. We are in 170 different countries. We have millions of athletes in the program from all ages, in all countries. And one of our big milestones was that in 2003, the Special Olympics World Games actually went outside the United States over to Ireland for the first time. In 2007, we were in China, opened the doors over there for more athletes to be served. And in 2019, we'll actually be in Abu Dhabi for our first games over in the Middle East.
Are there any local teams participating in the USA Games?
Yes, there are local teams participating. We have a team from Shrewsbury that will be competing at the United States Games in Seattle, July 1st through the 7th. We actually have a team of 50 athletes attending that event. And then from there, with exciting news, our basketball team will be representing the United States at the World Games in March of 2019. And so that team from Shrewsbury and the surrounding area of athletes will be going on to Abu Dhabi in March of 2019. And the most exciting news is that they will be the only male traditional basketball team in the country representing the United States in Abu Dhabi.
And what are some of the special events that will take place this year or locally and nationally?
Well, locally, we will be celebrating it here in Massachusetts throughout the year. So you'll see our new logo, which will have the 50 years. And also we will be looking and challenging everybody for their special moments over the last 50 years, but also more importantly, to help us reach more athletes and more volunteers, and what will be basically your legacy. So what will Michael Wilson's legacy be that will help us today make it better tomorrow for our Special Olympics athletes? So that's going to be a message we're going to use throughout the year. And you had asked about milestones. The other kind of thing we're going to be doing is that milestone was creating Unified Sports, which is our inclusion sports program. And this year our big message will be #ChooseToInclude, so that we're pushing on the inclusion message as we move forward to the next generation of Special Olympics.
And how can people partake or participate in some of these events?
Well, they can participate by actually challenging themselves to find new athletes and new volunteers, so people can participate throughout the year. But then we will also have some special events with the sports teams. We're also going to do a celebration at the JFK Library for the 50th anniversary. But I think most important is that really anybody can be involved with our 50th anniversary and our message throughout the year at all of our events.
How can people contribute towards Special Olympics?
They can contribute their time and, of course, their money. We have plenty of events that people, fundraising, yes. We
Like
have
the polar plunge.
like the Polar Plunge, which is coming up.
And
We
the
have
torch run. the
law
big-
enforcement torch run. You can rappel off buildings. You can play basketball. You can play cornhole. We have an extra mile platform where you can run marathons, or you can run 5K races for us, or you can cycle in the Rodman ride, or you can just donate by going to the website at specialolympicsma.org and clicking Donate Now.
What businesses have been really helpful?
Well, here in this area in Marlborough, Zavidia Bank is one of our partners. Polar Beverage is one of our partners. Bank of America is one of our partners, as well as TD Bank. And a lot of the Marlborough community and the Worcester community host us for many of our events. So a lot of the hotels and facilities and venues are also big helpers when we have our Winter Games and our Tournament for Champions here in this area. So Winter Games is coming up March 11th and 12th for basketball and bowling, March 17th and 18th for Wachusett for skiing, and then Tournament of Champions is last weekend of August here and throughout the Marlborough area.
And now I'm going to share some of my highlights and my involvements with Special Olympics. So when I came to America, I started off with playing basketball, then I did skiing, then I did track and field, then I did cycling, then I did soccer. My number one highlight from Special Olympics was I got to participate in the Best Buddy event through cycling, and we were invited down to the Kennedy compound, and we got to meet the founder of Special Olympics, Eunice Kennedy Shriver. And my second highlight in Special Olympics, we got to go to National Games in Nebraska and through soccer, and we won bronze medal. We came
Excellent.
third in the country, yeah.
Excellent. What's your favorite sport?
My favorite sport, I enjoy all of the sports.
All of the sports,
above.
of course you do. How long have you been involved with Special Olympics? Many years?
17 years.
17 years?
2000, I came 17 years, yeah.
Wow, awesome.
And I also enjoy all the staff that work for Special Olympics.
Awesome.
And all the volunteers, all the coaches. It's really great to have this big organization right on our doorstep in Marlborough.
Well, thank you.
And thank you for having us here today.
Well, thank you, Michael, for coming today. I appreciate it.